evening, everybody. Good night, or no, good evening. I think is what you say when you say hello.
Talking Dirty
with Maestro.
Not just numbers,
Not just stats.
it's about what they mean.
I'm going to send to you the information.
Talking Dirty.
Welcome to Talkin Dirty with your boy. It's the Christmas weekend edition of Talkin Dirty with your boy. Because we just got to do it, right? Little something. Podcast fact, Big Bob's on the stacks, and you know I'm back when March can't get it. I think that's what Rick Blaze says. I don't know. It's just cool. Boys killing it, right? Check out all our pods, by the way. A lot of brain power up here in SimWorld for you. Let's talk about some of that brain power in this checking this Christmas list. We got a 5-0 and a 0-4. Those teams are not that far apart, as much as you might think. So we're going to get in some Maestro metrics. I like that. Maestro metrics. Don't worry, I'm not going to nerd out. At least I didn't say inside baseball. I have to put another quarter in the jar, right? So let's talk about it. Cascadia 5-0 and Latin America 0-4. And here's how they line up against each other. Points per game, Cascadia 75.8. Latin America 56.5. Field goal percentage 52.1 versus 40.2. By the way, for Latin America, those last two stats puts them last place. Opponents' field goal percentage 42.9. Latin America 48.1. Opponents' points per game 62.4 for Cascadia. Latin America 67.3. 5-point difference. Offensive rebounds, Cascadia first in the league at 7.8, but Latin America has 6.3. And total rebounds, Cascadia's third in the league with 37.4, but Latin America 30.8. What does all that tell you? Those numbers so close together, with the exception of points per game and field goal percentage. If Latin America made not half, but 20% of the shots that they missed that would bring them up to the league average or the league median would put them at 71.3 points per game. Yep, do that math for you. I can't imagine they would be, if everything else stayed the same, that's where they would be. What does that tell you? Every possession counts. Every bucket counts. Because that shooting percentage of 40.2 is what led directly to only 56.5 points a game. Now think about this. If they missed that many shots and still scored in the 56 range, if everything else stays the same, and we know it doesn't work that way, but let's just pretend that it does. Latin America puts up those numbers, raises their point per game average 71.3, only means one thing. They're definitely not 0-4. They could be 4-0. The reality of this game is you have to D up on every possession and you have to O up on every possession. And that means being efficient, being smart, getting the job done, leading yourself to where you're supposed to be doing. Because if you do not, you're only asking for one thing to happen. And that one thing to happen is bad. Because it puts you behind the 8 ball in all kinds of ways. So, Latin America, you see where you are. You see what you're up against. What can you do about it? You know, Maestro's got some answers for you, right? Let's talk about those rebounds, specifically in those offensive rebounds. If you can turn, even if you don't get any more, and you turn those 6.3 offensive rebounds per game into 6 points Now you're at 62 points per game. I didn't say 12. I said turn them into 6. Now you're at 62 points per game. Defensive side. In your total rebounds at 30.8. If off of those possessions that you've taken and you only score an additional 10%, that's another 6 points. So we're going from 62 to 68 points per game. You see what's going on with this, right? Those 2 sets of points alone will put you ahead of everything else. And that's if everything else stays the same. Notice I didn't say you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. You don't eat an elephant like that. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. When they're one bite at a time leans on turning half of those offensive rebounds into points and only 10% more scoring when they turn over on a defensive rebound. We can talk about other stuff later. Latin America, do that. You're in the mix. You're getting it done. And you will hopefully bring in the new year with the win. Hopefully this helps you out, gives you a little insight, let you know where I'm at with it. You know what to do. Catch me on the other side.
Thank you for listening to the Maestro. Want to get involved? Bring it.
Drop in discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
If you have the brain, join as a coach. If you have the game,
join as a player.
see the game, be the game. Now, back to the Maestro.
Sorry. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And welcome to the second half of Talking Dirty with your boy. Let's talk about ways to maximize pressure and points off a rebound, since that's what we talked about in the first half of this episode. And this is, we're just going to call it Oppo and Sang. Try to give you the visual. And I'm trying to tone down the language because I realize a lot of things I say with language from schemes that I've worked with before, been in before, coached in before, that language is not universal. I get that. That's why I try to give you the images and what's happening. So hopefully this will help you out a little bit. My man gets the rebound. Let's say if I'm facing the basket, underneath the basket, left side, and I'm on the opposite side. I flash in as he either is fighting for the rebound or secures the rebound, 3/4 mirroring his spot underneath the basket. So he's underneath the basket. I'm going to be halfway in the free throw lane, but still on the opposite side of the basket. Hopefully to give him an angle to pass the ball to me. I continue on to the rim or an outlet to kick it out. Then I can flash it to either opposite side, weak corner, or my same side, corner 3. If I'm on the same side, same spot, my man gets the rebound, facing the basket, lower left-hand side, and I'm on the same side, I don't flash toward him because I don't want to bring another defender there to irritate him. I make a cut to the free throw line, or at least offset from the free throw line. Now, why am I doing that? Again, I want to give him an outlet. I want to give him a place to go with it. Even if he can't secure it, he can tip it to me. If he secures the rebound and he can't take it right back up, what do? From that spot, flash right into the corner 3, or 2-man game inside out. Those 2 different strategies. And again, what's my caveat? What does your coach tell you you have to do? Because that's going to be the key for everything. Those 2 movements opens up your side of the floor. If I'm on the opposite side, I flash, stay on the same opposite side, but I'm halfway in the free throw lane. So I become an outlet to either receive it, continue to the rim, or pass. If I'm on the same side, I flash to the free throw line or just off the free throw line to be a tip outlet, a pass outlet. If my man secures the rebound, I flash down to the corner for a 3. Hopefully that principle kind of helps you out a little bit. Hopefully kind of gives you some insight into some plus minus moves that you can do to add leverage to your rebounding. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know how you feel about it. You know what's up. Yell at your boy. Let me hear what you got to say. Just have some fun with it. Hopefully having great holidays. and just good time. The games are going to roll on. Holidays are kicking in. Christmas, then New Year's. You know the deal. Let's enjoy it. And on the real side, though, just to make it serious now, I will never trust a Taylor Swift cookbook. I mean, look at her, right? Really? But Kelly Clarkson, well,
Like, I need to talk to somebody.
Thank you for listening to Maestro.
Thank you again for checking out Maestro. Drop a tag below and give us a piece of your mind. See you next time.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.